welcome back to HighPriest Reacts. Today I'll be, night, morning, whatever. I'll be, Okay, sorry, knocking shit over. Yeah. Today I shall be reacting to DeathBattle, Scrooge McDuck versus Shovel Knight. Now, there's a chance that this video might end up, with an encoding error while it's playing. I'm going to try to mitigate that as best as I can, but if it is, then I might end up scrapping this. If it ends up that messed up too much. That's all I can do.
Some people adventure for wealth. For others, the wealth is in the adventure. Either way, you'll be
I'm doing DeathBattle,
like Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah, Scrooge McDuck versus Shovel Knight.
And Shovel Knight, a shining example of the code of chivalry.
You know, my hair was brushed when I started trying to
analyze
record.
their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. In 1867, Scrooge McDuck was born to a poor family in Glasgow, Scotland. He grew up a relatively normal duckling until his 10th birthday. Scrooge's father took him to see the remains of the old McDuck clan castle. See, their family wasn't always super poor, and Scrooge was inspired by the sight of their former glory.
Sorry, that
so
moon's
the next
name.
day, he got a job and earned his first money ever. A dime. Problem was, it was an American dime, and Scrooge was in Scotland. Naturally feeling pretty cheated, Scrooge swore he'd build his fortune by being, I quote, tougher than the toughies and sharper than the sharpies.
And he'll make it square. Can't forget that part. I'm informed.
Judging by his money vault today, where he literally swims in gold, I'd say he did a pretty effing good job. No obstacle was too difficult to keep him from fortune. By my estimations, his entire net worth today rests around
on a side note,
in
case they don't reference it, swimming in the comics, swimming in gold is apparently a method to attaining eternal youth. Well, not youth, but eternal life.
Some old-fashioned artillery for home defense. Scrooge also has a number of unorthodox high-tech firearms, or as normal people call them, laser guns. My favorite is the one that can shoot through solid steel titanium. It's called the Burglar Stunner, but I'm pretty sure that'll do a hell of a lot more than stun you. Well, my favorite would be Scrooge's Nutra-Friction and Anti-Inertia Rays. By removing a target's natural friction and inertia, these guns can turn a foe so slippery they can't grip anything, or take away all momentum from that foe's movement and weight. Without friction, a person will slide miles upon miles with no hope of stopping themselves. Without inertia, a cannonball will have even less.
Yeah, I'm only vaguely familiar with what Scrooge does in the comics itself because of what other people have said. But I've seen, I've seen the issues they pages they posted, which are awesome.
His signature sidearm, his trusty cane.
Like the time he tore a steamboat in half when he was chained up to two stacks because the people who did it were cracking jokes about how his mom just died.
Has pushed his body past many preconceived
that was a long time ago.
He possesses incredible strength, speed, and durability. Not to mention, the dude's got some serious huevos. One time, when he was stuck in the savannah, he walked right up to a lion, beat it in a roaring match.
Oh yeah, I think I remember hearing about. I think I remember seeing that one.
Marksman. Like some sort of gun-toting Mr. Miyagi, he can shoot flies out of the air with perfect precision. And he's no slouch with a blade. Apparently, Buffalo Bill taught him how to knife fight in, engine style. and now's a great time to remind you that Scrooge is pretty old. It was a different time. Racism aside, it takes a lot to put this mighty mallard down. He survived the Titanic sinking, being frozen solid in the Yukon, fighting hordes of wild animals, and taking a cannon shot
fighting the fight with Teddy Roosevelt.
He's even survived a trip to the literal center of the earth, which
I've seen the pages
is
for that one.
pretty much
That's
super lava.
awesome.
That's putting it mildly.
Runs that
The
shit
Earth's
to
core is
shoot
estimated
him,
to be well
shoot Teddy
over
with.
9,000
He just
degrees
starts
Fahrenheit.
uprooting the fucking
More than
fort
hot enough
he's
to
in
cook
and
your
throwing it
goods.
at
He's
him.
outrun a cheetah, which can reach 75 miles per hour. He's stopped a charging water buffalo, which can weigh up to 2,600 pounds. And did you ever hear that legend where George Washington threw a silver dollar across the Potomac River? Well, Scrooge can do that too. And he even caught the coin on the other side. Because Scrooge isn't gonna waste a single dollar. Seems pretty impressive, but Scrooge has some massively problematic flaws. Least of all is his age. He's 150 years old. That won't do him any favors in a fight. And why can't he fly? I mean, he's a duck with his own private plane, and he has human teeth, and they really should just hire a poultry scientist at Disney. Oh, I'll send my resume. Well, more importantly would be his overpowering greed. He can often lose sight of his goals or explode into an uncontrollable rage if someone threatens his wealth. He is pretty selfish and has a one-track mind. I don't know if
I
rage part, though, is
completely forgot to say who I think
Certainly
would
not
win
in
this.
some situations, like the time Soapy Slick tried to rip Scrooge
Yeah, I'm
off,
gonna have to
steal
go
his
with
property,
Scrooge.
and humiliate him
I've
by
only played a
chained
bit
him
of
to steamboat
Shovel Knight.
and
I
making famous
I
letters from home,
was going to,
including
you know,
one
play
from
for it. Then I
Scrooge of
realized
his mother's
I should
passing.
let's play that.
That's
And
more
then I
than
got
enough to
put on
piss
hold to
Scrooge
go out.
off. So much that he literally tore the entire
Yeah,
boat
see?
apart with his bare hands. Or wings. Holy
Oh,
damn,
dear.
that's some real foul strength. Just goes to show that nothing can stand between Scrooge and his wealth.
I don't know which was wilder in those days, the wolves or me.
A long time ago, the world was wild, and adventurers roamed the land. The most famous of whom were partners Shield Knight and Shovel Knight. You can tell how good they are by the giant piles of loot behind them. Shovel Knight and Shield Knight traveled together, and they were the stuff of legend. That is, until the Tower of Fate. Once inside,
The music for that game was fantastic. I haven't even played much of it, and it's fantastic.
And boy, did that bum him out. So, like all depressed heroes, he abandoned.
But yeah, I'm gonna have to go with
a bunch of
Scrooge on this
farming
one.
and most likely drinking. Soon after he retired, an evil woman called the Enchantress took power, along with a group of villainous knights known as the Order of No Quarter. Ah, get it? It's funny. So maybe retiring wasn't the most responsible idea. Man's gotta mourn, Wiz. Man's gotta mourn. You mean like when you took a week off to mourn after your divorce? Because I'm pretty sure all you did was get drunk and shoot fireworks at my house. Ah, yeah. Man, that was a real good mourn. Well, anyway, Shovel Knight's break didn't last long. After the Enchantress and her knights took hold of the land, the Tower of Fate unsealed. Knowing it was his only chance to find out what happened to Shield Knight, he dug back into action. And with him, he took his mightiest weapon. A shovel. Don't sell it short. It's not just any shovel, it's a shovel blade. And thanks to its surprisingly versatile nature, it can slash through anything from rats to... Holy crap! Did he just kill a dragon with that thing? Yes, he did. That reminds me of the time I made my own weapon out of a yard tool. I miss my rake blade. But everyone got
I need to
really
figure out how to
confused
get that
and
in the
offended
habit.
whenever I yelled my catchphrase, "Prepare to get raked!" So I stopped using it. Oh. Oh, probably smart. Well, thanks to the Shovel Blade's
I got it.
attributes, Shovel Knight has a repertoire of
Oh, that was
deadly
terrible.
attacks, his signature being the shovel drop. This deadly downward drop allows him to dig into his enemies, pogo stick style. Now, where have I seen that before? He also has a charge attack that, when unleashed, does massive damage and can even penetrate armor. If his enemy is more than a scoop's reach away, he can strike the earth to fire a dangerous spark that travels along the ground. You know what else it's good for? Digging up all of that sweet, sweet treasure.
Yeah, I never got to the
Shovel
part
Blade
where
is
you can
far
switch
from
armors.
his only weapon. Throughout his journey, Shovel Knight has
I beat
acquired
one of the
many
two of the
magical
knights,
books, which
and
are
that's
quite
about
handy in
it.
battle,
Like I said.
though they do require access to a limited supply of magic to use. He can set stuff on fire with the flare wand, or punch through compact dirt with the dust knuckles. He can also take the wind out of his enemies with the throwing ankle.
That looks like an
or fly a
awesome
short
weapon,
distance with the
and or
propeller
item,
ankle.
whatever that was.
If Shovel
What do you
Knight
call
needs
those
to kill
things?
bad guys in those hard-to-reach spaces, he has his trusty Chaos Orb, which acts like a bouncy ball of doom. He also possesses the Mobile Gear, a mechanism which allows him to traverse dangerous terrain such as spikes and small gaps with ease. mobile gear. But my favorite relic is the War Horn, which is kind of like the Horn of Gondor, but it makes
I knew they would have to make a joke like that, but while I'm saying the name mobile gear, but still funny.
These special liquid receptacles can carry ichors, substances which, when drunk, provide certain benefits to Shovel Knight. Most notably, the Ichor of Renewal, which fully restores his health and magic. And how do you get such a useful liquid? From a bunch of fish that perform an interpretive dance and
apple fish, to be more of that.
And a show. Last but not least is the Phase Locket. This relic allows Shovel Knight to pass through his enemies and even grants him temporary invincibility while under its effect. Like all good knights, our shovel-wielding friend protects himself with a suit of shining armor. Actually, he's got a few of them. His most capable all-around set is the Dynamo Mail. Along with providing the kind of defense you need for fighting the forces of evil, it has an added bonus. Hitting just about anything with his shovel drop builds up a powerful charge attack. Normally, a large suit of armor comes with a lot of extra weight, but Shovel Knight doesn't let that slow him down. Even in full plate, our delving hero seemingly never tires and is agile enough to dodge everything from cannonballs to fireballs. Actually, the weight is more of a bonus since his attack of choice is bouncing on heads. Where's math then? On it, comparing his height to these doors, Shovel Knight appears to be about 4 feet 6 inches tall. Given his broad physique, he likely weighs approximately 100 pounds at most. In the 14th century, a knight's plate armor for combat typically weighed about 60 pounds. Scaling to Shovel Knight's height, his armor likely weighs 50 pounds. Including the 5-pound shovel, he must drop with a force of over 6,700 joules of kinetic energy. In comparison, Mike Tyson can punch with up to 1,600 joules, and has knocked out 44 people in the ring. And Shovel Knight's striking power is over 4 times stronger than that. Good job! No wonder Shovel Knight was able to take down the entire Order of No Quarter, including a giant steampunk mech and the Enchantress herself. He's also stubborn enough to hold his breath underwater for an impressively indefinite amount of time. And he even held his own against the Battletoads and Kratos, the upcoming god of war. What the hell? Really? That's awesome!
I didn't know, yeah, I figured they would count those. Okay, that does shift things more harmfully in his favor, but I'm gonna have to go with Scrooge, because seriously, the comics were insane.
Is because he just assumed she was dead. Still, he's one deadly warrior who isn't afraid to put his enemies 6 feet under. You know, because he digs holes and stuff. Alright, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all. But first, I've got some free food for you. Now, I'm a man who likes a good home-cooked meal, but going out to buy or hunt my own food is a hassle. If only there was some way food could be brought straight to me. Good news, Boomstick. Introducing Blue Apron, the #1 fresh food delivery service in the country.
Yeah, I keep hearing good things about Blue Apron.
Blue Apron delivers a kit of ready-to-cook meals straight to your door.
Look, I'm basically scraping all my money I can and keep for a few personal things in the next 2-3 months, and then aiming solely to get a new computer so I don't have to worry about this thing fucking up my recording so much.
Feel rewarding cooking new and exciting meals right in your own home. But don't just take our word for it. We want you to try it. Because you're watching, and
even then, that'll take me forever and won't be massively great. It'll be massively better than this because this is old, outdated, and I got it for like $100. I mean, it was the only thing with my price range, and I could actually record on it at all. So yeah, it's better than no computer. Well, I had a computer. That thing's a fairly functional mess. It works well enough for private browsing. Focus on the video. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm sticking with what I said though. I think Scrooge is gonna win. Oh yeah. I am immensely pleased just by him picking the shovel and using it.
Damn, that's cold! With his own weapon! Shovel Knight might have been able to uphold the code of chivalry, but he could not hold up to Scrooge's wealth of experience and superior strength. Aside from the extra 100+ years of experience he's got over Shovel Knight, Scrooge's feats blew him out of the water. For example, there's no way that Shovel could have put him down very quickly when he's powered through a minefield like it's nothing. And remember how he threw a coin across the Potomac River and rode across fast enough to catch it? Well, we know the average width of the river is 1,300 feet, and he threw the coin at an angle of 20 degrees.
I'll never stop enjoying them, even when they are particularly ludicrous.
His boat, rode across the entire river.
Actually, they're best when they're ludicrous. It's hilarious.
5.4 seconds. This means he must have been rowing the boat at speeds well over 164 miles per hour. Jesus, how fast are his arms moving there? To make all that work, at least 14,400 rotations per minute. That's ducking awesome! He is strong enough to rip apart a steamboat after all. But regardless of Scrooge's power, Shovel Knight had very little options to defend against the Duck's wackier, physics-breaking weaponry. Those that could buy him some time could only last for so long due to his limited supply of magic. Plus, Scrooge has fought knights and magicians before.
From our point of view, it's a very limited supply, even if you get all the upgrades.
Dug his own grave. The winner is Scrooge McDuck.
No surprise not to use the phase lock at any point. That was basically the thing I used all the time.
DeathBattle.
So yeah, I felt it was fairly obvious who would win there. I mean, not shit talking in characters, but both are awesome. It's just that the insane shit that's been going on, that has always been going on in the Duck comics. It's not just Scrooge who's does this shit. You should see what Donald gets up to. Among the things he does is include dress up as an anti-hero who goes on a myriad adventures, and for one particular scene, it's relevant. He stole Scrooge's bed right out in front of him, because yeah, Scrooge is the type of guy who'd stuff it with cash. And he just pulled it out and just got away with it. Not for lack of Scrooge trying to get it back. So yeah, no. That shit is insane. That goes on in those comics. So I honestly felt it was a foregone conclusion. And now I realize they have to do Donald Duck at some point. That'll be amazing. Okay. Yeah, that was a pretty entertaining battle. I liked the entire idea about it because, you know, they were going to have to do that at some point. The DuckTales game was one of the major inspirations for Shovel Knight. Of course, DeathBattle was going to do this. But it was still very entertaining, very well done. I believe well researched, so yeah. But people will disagree with you when it comes to that. Disagree with me when it comes to that. I don't get what all the hubbub is about when it comes to who wins the death battles. But that's just me. Speaking of, I think it's about time I hit the bed. I'm tired. It's the middle of the night. I took forever trying to get this set up to actually work today. Okay. So, If you enjoyed this video, then please like, comment, and subscribe. This is HighPriest signing out.